Right, cheerio Bell 2 crossing. Enjoyed the helicopters. Right, 95 miles to go to Stuart, where we're staying for the night. Let's go check that out. There should be some glaciers on the way, I understand. Cool, next fuel 93 kilometres away. Luckily we got a full tank. Oh, a bit of airflow, that's nice. 65 now, it's warmed up a treat. Had to lose an hour or two. Could have ridden in our jeans today after all. There's a bear just went into the side of the undergrowth here. Can't see him. No, sadly gone. What a shame. Second bear I've seen, didn't quite get him on camera. First sign I've seen warning us of bears, so caution bears next 40 kilometres. We saw one just now, or I did. Sadly didn't get him on video. Right, a bit of construction coming up, which is our first construction for ages, so let's hope it's not too traumatic. We'll just take this opportunity to overtake this car. It seems to be going very slowly. Well, the good news is it appears to be a very short bit of construction. It's just this bit of bridge here. Bad news is I can see where the other lights are, and they're not red that end. There's no one waiting there, so it'd be kind of nice if these would go green soon. Anyway, meantime, we'll wait. Oh, come on, this is getting tedious. This has been a long wait. This makes Belgium traffic lights seem reasonable, doesn't it? We're off. Eventually. Oh, it's one of these squirrely ones again. Right. Little check of the sat nav. 58 miles to go till our final stop for the day. Doesn't seem too bad. Well, wind forward half an hour or so, and it is now properly raining. Well, it has been for the last 10 minutes or so. Looks like it might be drying up again here now, actually, as soon as I say that. Look at that. Road's suddenly gone dry. Well, that's good news. Next thing of interest I'm looking for, though, is something called Bear Glacier, which is supposed to look pretty good from the road. I'm hoping we're going to be able to get some footage of it, or a photograph, whatever. Should be long, not too far time. We've only got 37 miles until we get to our final location of the day at Stuart, so hopefully the end of the ride is going to be quite spectacular, if the low cloud doesn't spoil it too much for us. Give you a little wipe. There we go, hope you can see alright. Unfortunately the low cloud is obscuring the view slightly, but there's some impressive mountains down this valley. When you look down it, it reminds me of the Chamonix Valley in France actually, but I don't know if we're going to get a view down it because the clouds are kind of in the way, but you get the idea, kind of Mont Blanc-y type mountain ahead, or at least that's what it reminds me of. Pretty impressive stuff. I'd love to know how tall these mountains are. They look pretty flipping big to me. Oh, is that snow down there? Oh no, it's some grey rocks. I thought it was snow. Hilarious. Pretty spectacular though, eh? I have to say, this is an absolutely cracking road through here. Lovely open sweeping bends. Properly nice on a motorcycle, this. Just off to my left is the remains of some glaciers high up, receding, as all glaciers are these days. Pretty impressive nonetheless, and the glacier at the top of this mountain here is very impressive. Okay, check out, I think that's Bear Glacier on our left, and there should be a pull-in area in a minute where we get a decent view of it. Actually, there's another glacier just off to my top left here as well, right at the very top of that hill. The remains of another one there. It's all glacial. The more we look at these glaciers, the more impressive they are. We're not that much left of it. they are massive. The GoPro, as ever, won't give the scale, but from down here they look huge. Amazing view of the glacier just here. Wow, got an amazing blue colour to it. Hopefully we can stop down here. Yeah, we can have a proper look. Now that is impressive. Right, check this out, folks. This is Bear Glacier over here. Look at that. What a view, eh? Now, as ever, the GoPro won't do it justice, so I'll get my iPhone out and I'll do some shots of that and show you. Amazing blue colour about it. And one assumes this lake is all formed from meltwater from it. Have you been here before, Alf? So you can't tell if it's receded since you were last here?
No, but I suspect it has by the look of it.
Impressive, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful, absolutely stunning. I love the blue, proper glacier blue. It's just a stunning place, isn't it? It's just absolutely stunning.
It's cool. Yeah, that is pretty fab. It's not every day you get to take a picture of your motorbike in front of a glacier, is it? How cool is that? Some good snappage here. Oh, they're all going to want one now. Well, how cool was that? There she goes, the Bear Glacier. Can't help but think it would have been very much more impressive 20 years ago when it probably came down to the water's edge, but that's the nature of time, isn't it? Fascinating, the blue colour in the ice. We were debating as to why it's blue. We think it's to do with the crystal structure of ice versus snow just reflecting ice. That's refracting, snow reflecting light, ice refracting it. That's the best we're going with, but we'll look it up later and find out. Oh, there's another view just here, which may be slightly better. What a great road this is. And a fantastic last section of the day. We've got 23 miles until we get to Stuart and our hotel. And I think it's going to be a spectacular 23 miles. It's a nice twisty road through the spectacular mountain range. What a way to end a great riding day again. It's like a terminal moraine, the end of a glacier. What a road this is, snaking through these mountains. Yet another glacier up ahead of us, now obscured by the trees, but I had a great view just now before I turned the camera on. Just fabulous. Barely any traffic on them. This was the Alps, it would be absolutely rammed. This has got to be one of the best rides so far on the trip. Absolute belter. Amazing waterfall to my right. There's a big river. So welcome to Stuart, ladies and gentlemen, which is our home for tonight. I think we should go and get some fuel now we're here. There's a fuel station. Let's go and top up. Right, we'll see you at the hotel in a minute. Well, welcome to Stuart, folks. You can see we made it to our hotel in the nick of time. Absolutely lamping it down out here now. And this rain seems like it's set in for a couple of days, so I think we might be in for a bit of a wet ride coming up. But luckily, tomorrow's a rest day, so we're just going to spend it here in the hotel. We're in this little inn place. It's quite interesting. I'll show you around it in a second. and we're just going to catch up on things like washing and stuff and just chill out and then make our way on from here. But at the moment, nothing doing, ain't going out to any bars or anything, it's just chucking it down. Check, the bikes are parked over there. At least maybe they might be getting a bit of a wash. Anyway, let me show you the hotel room we've got here. Here we go, this is it. It's interesting place. I can't remember exactly what it's called. There's something in. I'll look it up and put it on the screen perhaps.
Creek Inn?
The what Creek Inn?
Is it the Ripley Creek
Ripley Creek Inn, that's what it's called, yeah. As you can see, bed, lamps, microwave on a fridge. Goodness knows where you have that. And there's a little bathroom to there where Mrs. Flora is currently washing out our smalls. You have to do that sort of thing when you're on tour. Now it turns out what most people do is wash their underwear, stick it in a towel, roll it up, and then really scrunch the towel up and then hang it up to dry. So that's what we're going to try. We've got 2 nights here, so hopefully by the time we leave on Wednesday, I think it is, or whatever day of the week it is, 2 days time, everything will be dry and we'll be good for a few more days. That's the theory anyway. But in the meantime, fingers crossed that the weather improves. Well, good morning folks, welcome to Stuart on, I think it's Tuesday today, I'm losing track of days. It's dawned actually clear, it rained a lot last night, we've had a good night's sleep though, excellent night's sleep. This is the Ripley Creek Inn where we're staying. Pretty characterful place, as you can see. As I mentioned before, it is a day off today, but we've got a few things lined up. We're hoping to get a little helicopter trip up to a glacier, so that's the next thing on the agenda. We've got to walk our way up to the airport to catch a helicopter, so cannot wait for that. Helicopter flying is the best way to fly as far as I'm concerned. This is where we're staying at the Ripley Creek Inn. Bikes are here. And I'm glad to say the sun is out because we wouldn't want to be flying in low cloud. Anyway, that's the next thing on the agenda. Right, quick walk to the airport, see if we can find ourselves a helicopter. So we found our way to Yellowhead Helicopters and we should be going up shortly, so won't be able to do any audio in the headset like I do when I'm flying, but hopefully we'll get some nice views out the window anyway. So this is Lewis, who's the owner, well, I'll say the owner.
No,
do you own it?
Anyway, no, I don't.
Top pilot, anyway, whatever. Anyway, somebody important, he seems to know what he's talking about. The building here, you see they've got these dents here? That is apparently where the snow leans on the building in winter.
Yeah.
Isn't it? But you're not here then?
No, yeah, I'm just here helping
you
out
head to the sun
during the summer months here, look after the base here and make sure we get fine gentlemen like you up flying around the mountains.
Top man.
But yeah, we get a lot of snow here in the winter.
Yeah, yeah.
Not far from here a few years ago, Grand Duke there, they got 100 and something feet.
Goodness me.
Yeah, as you can see, 9 houses in town were destroyed by snow this winter. You got to shovel the roofs off.
Do you fly all year round here, or is there a season we shut down?
80% of our work's done in the summer months.
Right,
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
Cool. And is it just a tourist operation, or do you do
mainly mining exploration? There's a few big mines in around this area.
Yeah.
There's the big, gold, copper, silver is what the main, the geologists, a lot of geologists in this area, flying them around. Maybe 5 or 10% of our work here is the tourism.
Right.
Now that they're back here travelling.
Yeah. And is it picked up, the tourism?
It has. And I was a bit sceptical with the price of fuel on that, but people are still travelling around.
Yeah.
So
good stuff.
yeah, it's
well, long may it continue.
good to see the Brits back over here. I tell ya.
Top man. Excellent.
Goofy buggers.
So there we go, bit of flying on a motorbike trip. We didn't think we could do that, did we?
No, not at all.
That was fantastic. I've been fortunate enough to fly in helicopters a few times, but I think that's probably the best helicopter flight I've ever had.
Yes, it was really, really smooth, much more so than I thought.
Yeah, just that scenery, absolutely stunning. Yeah. Hopefully you caught a bit of that on camera. All right, back to reality now, and we're going to do our laundry. Back to reality. Things are looking up. Not only have we got our washing done, we've now got an actual cup of tea. Enjoy. Well, good morning and welcome to, I think, day 7 riding wise, and welcome back to, where are we? Stuart. That's right, rather damp Stuart this morning again. Check this out. Yeah, a little bit wet overnight once again. Looks like it's clearing up now and hopefully it's going to be a warmer day as the day goes on. But today the route is to go down basically this little green line here on the map from Stuart here, down this green line, hang a left and then end up at a place called Smithers. We're going via a place called Kittywancool, which I think there are some possibly some totem poles or something like that, but we'll see as we go. Believe it or not, that little green line, 204 miles, so not a massive day, but not tiny either. Anyway, we're going to get the bike loaded up and see you on the road. Right, well, welcome back aboard the bike after our rest day, and cheerio to Stuart. Fascinating place to stay. I wouldn't hurry back here as a tourist destination, but if you're passing on through as we did, then absolutely fine. We had a few meals in there in the King Edward Hotel, that was all right. Also, that's where the laundrette was, which was handy. And straight down the end of this road, past the fuel station, was where we got the helicopter flight. In fact, I can see a helicopter, the one we flew in yesterday, straight ahead of us. That was absolutely brilliant. One of the highlights of the tour so far, for sure. Love flying in helicopters, as you probably gathered. Right, today, say about 204 miles. It's not a particularly grueling day. Weather forecast actually here, not great, but where we're going, down to Smithers, is actually forecast to be quite nice today. By the end of the day, something like 30 degrees. It's centigrade, that is, so what's that, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. At the moment it's 58 Fahrenheit. It's not cold on the bike, but as you can see, very damp in the air. So we've got a little bit of backtracking to get to the main highway, and then we head another 200 miles south to find that slightly warmer weather, and we'll check out some totem poles on the way. So settle in, stick around, stay tuned, let's see what today brings. Bit of an eerie look today to the river in the fog. Let's hope there are no bears having their breakfast. We skipped breakfast this morning because we were stuffed from a massive burger last night. But yesterday Mrs. Fly went out hunting bears. I was just resting my shoulders, and she got some cracking pictures which I'll put on here of a bear catching salmon. Check these out. So what an amazing thing to see. I'm gutted I personally didn't see it. Mrs. Flower and lots of the others saw that bear, and it's spawning season for salmon, and he was just lazily in that river toying with salmon and eating them as he saw fit. An amazing thing to see for real. They're actually viewing from up on a boardwalk, so it was quite safe, but the bear was very close, and we were very lucky to see it because there were people that have been there for 2 hours and said didn't see any bear. Was Carol jumped on the back of Alf's bike. Alf kindly took her up to see the bear, and was pretty much already there, and played around for them to enjoy. So that was absolutely fantastic. What a brilliant thing to see. Anyway, so a little bit gutted I personally didn't see that, but at least my shoulders have had a day's rest. While they were doing that, I sat in the hotel room with the ice on my shoulders, and they're feeling all right at the moment, so let's hope it stays that way. Look at the way this cloud is clinging to the side of the hill. I love it when it does that, although I love it even more when it burns off and gives us blue sky, which I'm hoping we're going to see a bit later. So the other bit of breaking news today, which isn't actually good news, is that sadly we've lost our support driver, Mark. I don't think I've actually introduced you to him on the video because he keeps a very low profile, just gently drifting in behind us in the big truck with our bags each day. But he's not been well since he got here actually. He's been very breathless and so on, and we've all been saying see a doctor, and the first chance he got to see a doctor was Stuart. So he went and saw a doctor, and they said that it was a hospital job, so immediately sent him off to a hospital for further tests and scans and things, and that was a 4-hour drive away from Stuart. So that's where he went, and that's where he stayed, and we don't quite know what the outcome's going to be yet. I think he's got embolisms on his lungs, which doesn't sound good, so I think that may be the last we've seen of Mark, which is a shame. So get well soon, Mark. Really nice to meet you if I don't see you again. And of course that's meant that we're a support driver down, so Alf has now no longer our lead rider. He's driving the support vehicle. We all know where we're going thanks to the excellent directions and sat-nav information that Motorrad Tours provide us with. Alf is going to be sweeper in the truck with our bags, and he'll meet us at the other end when we get to the hotel today. So a bit gutting for Alf because he was obviously looking forward to riding as well, but it's all part of the job, I guess. He'll be a tour leader, eh? Or indeed a support driver. Mark, by the way, is also a tour leader on occasion. They kind of swap roles. Anyway, it's a real shame that that's happened, but stuff happens on tour, doesn't it? I'm probably in this rhythm of touring now. It's been so long since I've done such a massive tour, you know, for weeks on end, and this sort of rhythm you get into of getting somewhere new, finding a new hotel room, working out where you're staying, having a look around the locale, a few pictures, nice meal, good night's sleep, packing the bike up, repeat the same the next day. It's a great way to live, and I can thoroughly see why people do this as a kind of lifestyle. Well, don't get me wrong, this is I'm no gnarly itchy boots type person. This is we're doing this the easy way, but I thoroughly see why these overlanders get into it and why my mate Bruce, Teapot One, is such a fan of this sort of thing. Just getting on the bike and riding every day is it's a great thing to do, and there's been much missed. I cannot wait to do more of it.